everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. Zwihard, you run towards the intruders.
Get out of my forge!
Mm-hmm.
How far off did I spot them?
Probably a few thousand feet.
Okay.
Yeah, 2,000 or 3,000 feet.
All right, so I break into a jog, strap a buckler to my arm,
Okay.
and go.
Go. You start making your way towards them. The second one starts to walk down in, while the third one on top gives him a pat on the shoulder and points in your direction, or at least nods in your direction. The two exchange a word for a moment, and the second one goes down into the forge, leaving the lone creature, which you recognize now as a hobgoblin by the ruddy brown fur on it, who pulls out a battle axe and comes to stand in a position that faces you a little bit more directly. This hobgoblin has hide armor on, equivalent of leather, with a battle axe, and its red fur poking out from underneath.
All right. How far can you move while casting spells? Is it a half move? So I can move 30 yards and cast a spell? All right. So I think from 100 yards out, I'm going to start praying. And I do my usual bless, followed by a strength of stone. So I slow down at about 100 yards. So I'm slowly walking towards them. I clutch my my crafting hammer, my holy symbol, and begin. Yeah.
He stops and watches you as you slow and cast and walk
chanting,
and cast.
like,
And
Who are you, hobgoblin, that dare defile this sacred place? And I bless myself. I flex. Strength of stone. And then I keep striding towards him. From 40 yards out, I'll unleash a Sunscorch.
so the hobgoblin's standing there with this grin across its face. It's like twice your height, maybe not quite, but close to it. It's got this big, nasty battle axe, and it's got its armor on. This one lone dwarf is running towards the hobgoblin. He's
I've got to go.
quite content in his superior state at the moment, until the Sunscorch comes out of the sky, striking the hobgoblin square in the head.
Or did I? Sunscorch is scale as level. I think I forgot that. Is it plus one?
Plus one per level.
Yeah, so it's 6 points of damage.
Wow. That is
Gods
enough
curse
to
you.
That is enough to burn all of the fur off the hobgoblin's face, begin to melt his flesh, giving him like third-degree burns that blister and boil instantly. The hobgoblin lets out a horrible cry, drops his weapon, and begins to crawl down the stairs into your forge.
All right. And the next round,
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast a Dust Devil. Conjure a weak air elemental. Range of 30 yards. So I conjure it like in the forge. And I think the wind picks up and the very forge begins to fight back against these hobgoblins.
Casting time of 2 rounds.
Oh.
Are you still gonna do it?
Nah. I just go charging in there.
Okay.
Battle axe. I am the whirlwind.
As you get to the staircase that looks on down, you can see the weakened hobgoblin sitting with his back against the wall, holding his face, looking out between the cracks between his fingers.
He's blind, right? So I just walk right up to him and execute him.
All right. You walk up to him, and the hobgoblin on either side of the entryway, with their backs pressed against the wall to reduce their visibility to you, spring on you as you enter. They're ready to attacks go off.
It's a pretty obvious move.
Yeah. The first one is a 5, which is a wild miss, and the second one is a 19. Which will hit, but not crit, because you don't have AC 9.
Correct, yeah.
All right. So the battle axe swings at you for 7 points of damage, 7 points of slashing damage.
Can you hear that? Did you hear that noise?
Nope.
Okay, so it is my wind, but all right. How much damage did you say?
7.
7 points of slashing, which is reduced by 4.
You're wearing chain, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't
6.
be reduced by 6?
Yeah, so 1 point of slashing damage.
Yeah. So the battle axe comes and sort of hit. Oh no, it's hacking damage because it's an axe.
Oh yeah.
So it reduces it by 2.
Yeah. So from 7 to 5. Ouch.
Yeah.
All right. And I
then-
return fire.
There you go.
I think I'll go for a healthy hobgoblin.
Makes sense. There's the one on the left that hit you and the one on the right that missed.
Yeah, I return fire against the one that hit me. +1 for level, +1 for bless, +1 because I hate hobgoblins.
Oh, that will clear by 10.
All right. You said he's wearing hide.
Yes, so it'll be reduced by 2, whatever you do. Reduced by. Yeah, you're using a halberd in here?
No, this is a battle axe. I've got a battle axe.
Perfect. So hide reduces hacking by 2, so you hit him for 5 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and let's roll initiative. There are 2 hobgoblins, one on either side of you, one on the ground who's out of combat. One of them.
I get a 7.
Okay. One of them gets a 5 and the other gets a 10. So the one that missed before, who's now behind you, has a 5 on his initiative.
Me? Aren't I in the doorway?
You're in the doorway, and they're on either side of you. And I thought you turned to attack one, which would leave your back against the other.
I guess. I figured I would be in the doorway, such that neither could get a back attack against me. But you're saying I stepped into the room and turned to face.
Yeah, because I'm imagining if you've got a staircase into a room or whatever, you can't from the doorway. They waited until you were inside to get your attack, until you were in that, until you were here, All
right, but I can whirl around to face him.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on my turn, face the other.
Sure. So you turn to face the incoming attack.
Mm-hmm. Bringing up the shield. I guess I only get to use the shield once, but if he misses, if he doesn't need it.
Yeah, it's a miss. He clatters harmlessly against your shield. Your turn comes.
All right, I turn and attack the one that hasn't gone yet. A 7 is a miss. He goes before my second attack, correct?
Yeah, he nimbly dodges, steps to the side, and counters with an overhead strike towards your head with an 18 to hit.
Another hit.
For 4 points of damage, reduced by 2.
Yeah. 11. And I get my second attack for the round. A 13.
That'll strike.
Max damage. 9.
-2 is 7.
Now on top of the 5 from the last round.
All right, that guy is badly wounded.
He's still up after 15 damage, whatever that was.
Yeah.
All right.
But not by much. Not by much at all.
Yeah, I did need that Dust Devil. All right,
roll initiative.
13. I'm slow.
Yeah, you're slower than both of them.
There's no way to back into the doorway, right? So we're now in the room. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the blind. Let me roll a d4 actually for the blinded guy. 4. So he's still blind, flailing around.
So the two hobgoblins in here are going to try and bring you down before you can cause any more damage to their numbers. They will roll a natural 17 and a natural 20 to hit you. Both of those will hit. The 20 will clear by 10 for double damage.
This could be the end. Did I just get critted to death by hobgoblins again?
No, because 1 plus 2 on a crit is 3, plus 1 for strength is 4 on the crit.
Strength? What are these hobgoblins?
16 strength?
That's not usual, but sure.
Yeah. And the one who normally hits you is 7 plus 1 is 8. Minus 2 is 6.
6. And then how much was the other?
2.
2. That's already been reduced, right?
Yeah, it started at 4 and was reduced to 2.
I'm almost dead. So I'm going to make a withdrawal, I think. Fighting withdrawal.
Okay.
I think I need to forego my attacks to do so, correct?
Yes.
So I back up the stairs.
You start to back up the stairs. They don't follow. They stay inside, but move to a position where now they're both, like, sort of in front. So if you were to come down, they can, everyone can see each other.
I back up the stairs, and I go to the side of the staircase, get ready, like, around the corner, and then I'm casting my... I think I shout, "I'll be back," as I leave.
You hear chortling from inside.
Maybe make some footfalls if I'm fleeing, and then take this round and the next round to summon my Dust Devil.
In Eridonian, they're calling after you. Come back, little dwarf! We're not done with you! Come on, little dwarf! We won't hurt you!
The blinded one regains his sight. Do they book off for at least another round?
Yeah, they're not coming out to face you. They've got superior numbers and positioning on the inside. They're not giving it up.
All right, and the Dust Devil is conjured.
All right.
Small whirlwind, 1 foot in diameter, at its base, 5 feet tall, blah, blah, blah. Winds are sufficient to put out torches, campfires, exposed lanterns, blah, blah, blah. All right. So the very forge strikes out against them. The Dust Devil sort of churns up all the dust and maybe like some loose tools and makes a mess of the place. I think the round it's conjured, it can attack. Is that a...
Yeah, that seems reasonable. If it takes 2 rounds to cast, it should be able to act on the round that it is cast.
All right, it obscures vision. Creatures caught within are blinded while inside, and for 1 round after they emerge.
Okay. So all the little things get picked up in there, completely blinding the inhabitants.
Cloud. I think they're all blinded. All the lanterns, all fires. I guess there's probably no fire.
There's no fire in there right now. And it gets to make an attack.
Doesn't say anything about that goes. It's just a straight D20.
2 hit die is going to be +1 to hit.
Okay. Does it get a bonus because I hate hobgoblins?
No, but it does get a bonus because they're blinded.
Oh, so with the +4 for them being blinded,
that hits.
That'll actually hit.
Yeah. I will randomly determine which hobgoblin it strikes. Hey, it hits the first hobgoblin who was at 1 HP. So it rolls over, and one of the hammers that it picks up kind of spins around in the dust and like hits him on the side of the head, and the hobgoblin just careens over. The other ones are calling out, and let's roll initiative.
Yeah. Dust Devil will just go on my initiative?
Yeah. For simplicity.
8.
Okay. One of the hobgoblins will go first. Let's give him a morale check. That's how we do this.
The Dust Devil can be targeted by normal weapons. I don't know if they know that. But...
Yeah. So the first hobgoblin is going to just try and attack the Dust Devil. Try and bring it down with its own axe. Which is a wild miss. It is Ryan's turn.
AC 16.
Yeah.
All right, Dust Devil attack. D20 plus 1. 16.
So that will strike one of the two hobgoblins.
1 point of damage.
Okay. The other hobgoblin will try and bring down the Dust Devil as well with another miss.
All right. Dust Devil will last for 6 rounds. So that's 2.
All right.
And I go, but I don't think I'm going to go in there. So I'd like readied an attack to attack. I think I'm going to switch to my halberd.
Okay.
At the end of the round.
So you're at the top of the stairs with a reach weapon, kind of pointing it down the staircase while the two creatures inside are fighting off a
battle axe. So like at the end of the round, I switch from battle axe to halberd, aim it down the stairs. Yeah. And,
okay.
Yeah. Let's roll initiative.
Let's roll initiative. They go
oh, sorry, that shouldn't be 4. It's
6 and 7.
Add 5 to that. So I'm at like 15.
Okay. The hobgoblins will go first. Still can't hit the Dust Devil in there, but that's probably because they're blinded and they're flailing wildly, trying to coordinate and not hit each other. Your turn.
All right. Dust Devil with a 12.
That's a hit.
For 2 points of damage.
How are we doing? What type of damage did the Dust Devil do?
I don't think it should be reduced. I think it should be magic, right? Well, I mean, because then it's basically if you reduce the damage, then it's not going to do anything ever. It deals D4.
It would never do anything against armored creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't specify what type of damage.
Should we hit by normal weapons? Small move. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it as D4 damage. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with those possibilities later. So you said it does 2 points of damage, knocking another hobgoblin unconscious.
And I'm gonna come down with my halberd, use it as a piercing weapon, and skewer the remaining hobgoblin.
Yeah. You can see the remaining hobgoblin stay out of reach of the blinding dust of the Dust Devil.
7, but he is blinded.
He is blinded, so that'll hit. You can't see it coming at all.
Yeah, I can move the Dust Devil further in if I need to get away.
Right.
Only 4 points of damage.
All right, reduced by 2. The hobgoblin is still alive, and let's roll initiative.
Oh god, so slow.
All right, the hobgoblin goes first and comes charging right up the staircase, right at you.
Provoking an opportunity attack.
Go for it.
13 plus
Hit.
4 or whatever for blinded. 8 points of damage. So
he runs right into the point of your spear, impaling his chest on it and collapsing into a heap.
Oh damn, I was gonna leave one to tell the hobgoblins not to mess with my forge. I'll just chop off their heads, I guess, and put them on spikes outside.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work.
That's how they used to do things back in the olden days.
I let out a sigh and look around this the mess that I've created in my forge.
Well, it looks like there are 2 unconscious hobgoblins and 1 dead hobgoblin.
Oh.
The unconscious ones are at 0 exactly. And are, one of them's got like a head wound with a hammer next to it that's bleeding from it. The other one is just like splayed out, spread eagle on the ground, totally just wiped. But alive.
Should I send a message? I probably don't even think to check their vitals. I think I just take an axe, chop off their heads, and stake them in front of the forge.
All right.
Drag the bodies outside, shove them in a ditch or something. Did they have any valuables?
They do.
They have battle axes?
Each of them had a battle axe, and they had leather armor on. They also have 10 days of food on them. And
10 days each or total?
Total.
It's 20 pounds.
And they have a grand total of 100 silver pieces distributed over the 3 of them. Not evenly, either.
Okay. Whew. And I set about to cleaning my forge.
All right. You can clean it up. There's hobgoblin blood everywhere, and the whole place is a mess. That dust devil really just... There's coal dust like covering everything. It's gonna take you hours, maybe a whole day to clean it and polish it up.
Yeah, I think the dust devil was the coal dust.
Mm-hmm.
Spirits of the forge striking back at the hobgoblins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I think this seems like a good place to wrap it up for the day. No?
Yeah, that's a good spot. No idea what these hobgoblins were doing here, but whatever. They're gone now, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, this is why Hard still stubbornly refuses to take prisoners or negotiate with any of these evil monsters.
Before we go, Zwihard, why don't you tell me what... You're here to craft something that's worthy of your people. That'll prove yourself as a proper dwarf in your clan. Do you have an idea yet of what it is that you want to forge?
I thought it was going to be armor. Like it was originally going to be like that mithril crown, but I failed and got frustrated and made a halberd instead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this halberd looks impressive enough, does it?
It's not bad, but it could probably be better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a weaponsmithing proficiency yet?
I do now, yeah.
Okay.
So I could work on it.
Yeah, you could try and remake it. You could redo it from scratch, or you could try and improve what's already existing.
Yeah. And with the gods looking over me, I mean, I could always set it on fire or something. Look extra impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how beefy Cyclops were. Did you increase their HP?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was thinking I would make a helm out of the Cyclops skull.
Well, I guess that's what we're going to see next time.
Well, I don't know if I can...
Maybe.
I don't know if I can take down a Cyclops.
Yeah. They're tough critters.
Mm-hmm.
Really good bonus to hit. Actually, that bonus is the same as before. It's
What is?
the plus 13 to hit on a Cyclops. And just oodles and oodles of damage.
Plus 13? Oh my god.
Yeah. And they've got plus 10 to damage from strength, so...
That's dangerous.
It's super dangerous.
So I guess let's do experience.
Yeah. You basically defeated a Cyclops.
For sure.
Yeah. And you
Chased
got...
him out of his house.
Yeah.
I stole his bowl.
That's how we determine whether or not you've defeated them. Have you taken their personal effects?
Taken their eating utensils?
Yeah.
Ruined their home? Where's that freaking ooze? Losing that all that copper was a big setback. Or all that bronze. These things are precious now, but like occasionally you come up against 10 hobgoblins that are all wearing metal armor, and then you wind up with more metal equipment than you could ever need.
So I think the Cyclops and the hobgoblins... let's do a little bit of a discovery experience. You found a Cyclops lair, at least one, and you've learned that they've employing hobgoblins and goblins, that they herd animals. You've learned much about the Cyclops way of life. even from the brief observations that you've made. So that's worth some experience as well.
Yeah, maybe not as uncivilized as we thought.
So why don't you take home 4,500 experience?
That's
Nice.
all Cyclops gets.
No, Cyclops gave less than that. Much of that is from... Yeah.
All right. Divide that by 2 will bring me to 5,725. Almost leveled up as a priest again, but I do level up as a warrior.
Okay.
5,725, bring me to level 3.
And let's roll some warrior HP.
Let's do it. And I believe this one... Oh, no, we're doing half HP.
Right.
So let's do our D10 plus 1 divided by 2. Can I put parentheses around the whole thing? So we'll find out. Oh, God. There's the one.
Oof. Tough day. But you got an 8 on your cleric roll, so...
Yeah, still a bummer.
Yeah, 19 HP for Zweihaud.
And I get a +1 to hit, and I get another weapon proficiency, which I think I will use to if you'll allow it, to grab a 2-weapon fighting or whatever to eliminate penalties for shield punching.
Yes.
Or reduce it to no penalties and then a -2 with shield punch.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Cool. You allow warriors to get... Oh, warriors can't get any number of fighting styles.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, ones on HP are never cool, but otherwise...
Yeah, other than that, it's great. So that's going to wrap us up for Dicing with Death today. There's no misclicks tonight. There's just misclicks meetings, which you're not invited to, chat. And I think that's it.
That's it. What are we thinking of this new AC system? Overall, I like it. There's still some things that need balancing, but...
It does need some work.
Yeah, the biggest issue that I don't know if this is an issue, but crits are much more likely.
When you have to clear by 10?
Oh, we did make it, so you have to clear by 10, right?
Yeah. So, and it doesn't need to be a natural 18, 19, or 20. So you basically need to roll a 20 plus to crit something in most situations.
Okay.
Which is difficult. I think the biggest issue I have is that the AC is a little flat. Like everything's got 10 AC, and I feel like there needs to be a greater variation. And I think that's just on my side. I just need to like sort out for monsters what their AC will be, so I don't have to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, but it is kind of weird as a player to have 10 AC always.
Mm-hmm. What is your dex?
None. 11.
None. 10, 11, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because this system would have like your dex would set your AC, and then your...
Okay. So instead of having 10 AC, your AC is just your dex?
I have... So, like, this is a variant on another system I'm working on, which would have your base dex be modified by your... Like, your dex will set your AC maximum, but if you're encumbered, it'll lower it, and then your shield will give you a bonus, and then your class will give you a bonus, and then there might be a bonus for your parry. Like, it's a more complicated system, but it requires, like, a completely different strength system than a completely different encumbrance system, so I've truncated all of that, and this is what we're left with. So in the full alternate version, which includes new strength and encumbrance stuff, it would be like your dex -3 is your base AC, and then you'll get bonuses for a bunch of other stuff.
Sounds pretty complicated.
It is kind of complicated.
I guess if you had like a fillable character sheet that does math for you, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and if you were sitting down and learning the whole system, it wouldn't be too difficult. I'm certain you could figure it out no problem, but since we're doing this like hybrid, maybe we could probably just do dex as AC value.
Yeah, just give me a +1 to AC.
And then we would just say, like, if you're encumbered, then the maximum is reduced by, you know, it's Dex -2, and if you're moderately encumbered, it's Dex -4, and so forth and so on. So that way, like, you're always incentivized to be less encumbered to get your Dex bonuses.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll think about it. Cool stuff. Anything else?
No, I got nothing. Do you have any revelations for our people? Have you discovered something new with your giant microscopes?
No, I don't even do much discovery anymore. I just write.
How's your, can we ask about how it's coming, the writing?
It's going. It's going. It's nice to have a summer off to actually focus and think. And
how long do you expect your thesis to be?
how long? I don't know. They're usually about 100 pages. But...
Interesting stuff. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us today. We will be back with Fro on Sunday, Shenanigans on Saturday, and Assassin tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Central Europe.
Because today is definitely Tuesday.
Today's definitely Tuesday, which makes tomorrow Wednesday, and not vice versa.
We confirmed it for you. We checked, so you don't have to.
Yep.
There was much trial and error, but
we
figured it out.
Coolio. That's it, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.